Well, I haven't done a video in a while now. As you know, that there's been loads and loads of deco appearing on the game, and I've just sort of been playing around, seeing what we've got, and seeing where we can put it. Some lovely, lovely deco that's been coming out. Yeah, I know a lot of it. A lot of it's diamonds and well, most of it's diamonds and in the diamond packs as well. So I'm just going to show you what I've done with the deco that we've got. And then what I'm going to do is, I was on Ricky's live stream, aka Red Knight, and he was doing a design in his town. So I thought what I'll do is I'll do a little review of his farm and his town, and we'll all have a look together, all the viewers, and we'll have a look at what he's done and go through it and see what nice designs that he's done. Okay then, so I did away with the bridge. Obviously, I mentioned that in the last video. I wanted my bee design back, so I've redone the bee design, added a couple more statues there to it, added some roses around the front, just to make it effective in that corner. I put the trees out one more place so I could make the area a little bit bigger. But as you can see there, it's quite pretty in that area there. So that's quite nice, and obviously the plants up against the wall really set it off. Okay, so we had a park swing as one of the decos, and I've sort of added it on just into there, just creeping behind the tree there. So you've got the tea area that you can go and sit down, and I'll put the bench behind with the muddy path so that the mother can sit there on the bench while the little one's on the swing. You're probably thinking, well, why have you got a swing by a big lake? It's a bit dangerous. Well, we got the fence all the way around, and we've also got the life buoy there in case anybody fell in. So yeah, we got the little pathway leading out into the road, which I showed you that in the last video. And then we've today we had a pond design, which is really nice, with a little rustic wooden bridge going over it and some ducks sat on it. I pondered over it and come up with a few little ideas. But the one idea that I've come up with, I've tried to incorporate it onto this area here. And I thought, if I could incorporate it onto my main boating lake, how cool would that be with the ducks all sat on the lake? That would be really, really good. So what I've done is I've gone to the very, very end, and as you can see, I've incorporated the duck lake, the pond, into the big lake. So instead of just having one pond on its own, or in amongst some trees somewhere, I've tried to incorporate it in such a way that when you zoom in, you can actually see that duck. He's actually sat on the lake. So I've made it in such a way that it looks as though the whole of the lake is one. I've enhanced it, the little bulrush there. See this bulrush here? I've just put that there and blended it, so it just builds up the bulrush area, so it gives the duck somewhere to nest. And just with that on the end there, obviously I've got the table, the chair as well. So you can go from the table, you can climb over the bridge, and you can go along, and then obviously the path comes out back here, so you can go to the bridge either way. You can go along this way and walk over the bridge to the tea shop, or you can walk around. But I thought that was quite nice, just to incorporate that duck pond with the rustic bridge that goes with the bench onto the end of the boating lake. So yeah, and it worked out really, really well, because that duck that you can see between the trees there actually looks as though he sat back in on the lake. So yeah, that's the idea that I came up with. Obviously using the trees to cover to blend. making sure that the trees are in the right places to blend the lake, you know, to that pond. There you can see the birds. They're free to walk around. They'll follow the path and walk around. They can say hello to the ducks. And the snowdrops, I've just put one each side of there in the bird design there. So obviously I've got to get the other one of the, oh, I do apologise, I've moved my timer. Yeah, so I'm going to get the other one of those birds so we can join in, and then they just walk around the lake, which is quite good. And then we had a cellar. Now I've tried all different places all over the farm to try and put this cellar, and I thought the only place that it would go in well would be to make just a little feature here. So what I've done, obviously when you look at that cellar and zoom in, you've got jams and you've got the olive oil, lemon curd, you've got all the different products there, and I thought, well, that would be quite cool to make a little feature just there, and then a pathway that comes from the machines. So obviously you gather up all your produce, you come down through the path and then put it into the cellar. So you're making a feature of itself. But what I found as well with the cellar, if you just put it onto green grass, you lose the hump effect. See that hump that's behind that the cellar is under? If you put that against grass, it blends in, and it just, all you have is a door and a cellar entrance. So you don't have the effect of it being under a mound. So what I did there is put the grey, obviously against the grey slabs, and the blackberry hedge behind. So you can still see that with the chimney and the signpost on the top, it just still gives it that hump effect. It's like a mound, and you can go under. So that's what I did with that one, which is quite nice. So if you want somewhere to put it, you can do a little design there and incorporate it in with your machines. So that's what I've been doing. Like I said, there's so much deco been coming out. It's a job to know what to do with it when your farm is pretty full. But I'm quite impressed with the duck area on the end, especially with it enhanced. If you ever got the bulrushes when they came out, that's quite nice to enhance that. So yeah, that was what I've been doing. And if you like the ideas, by all means incorporate them onto your farm. If you've got a lake or a water area, that's certainly something that you can try. Okay then, so what we can do now, we will go and have a look at aka Red Knight. Right, where are you, my friend? Where are you? Code Red Knight. There he is. Okie dokie. So I remember covering a bit of this the last time that I looked at his farm, but we'll go through it all anyway and just have a little look at what he's done. So starting with the animals, again, not a lot you can do with the animal pens. It's personal choice. You can cover them with trees or put trees, but that's a nice little idea that he's got there with the muddy path around them, and the trees just breaking it up. That balances it quite nice. He's got the little car at the back there that you can drive up to the boat area. He's got his bees there. That's nice. Just shading over the corner of the cows. Just gives it a little bit of lift in that corner. Not too sure about the nectar bushes in a line all the. I don't know. I'd probably make a feature with the nectar bushes out the back there at this sort of area here, like he's done with the squirrels. So he's got the squirrel bushes and that, their own little feature at the back there. So perhaps where he's got that area there with the coffee bushes, he could just make a little feature in there with the coffee bushes, so that the bees can go along there, and then perhaps do something up this roadside with a few trees and flowers just going up the roadside there. But all in all there, that's very, very nice. Got the reindeers, little reindeer park, all fenced off. And like I say in all my videos, paths leading to everywhere is a bonus, because, you know, it really does set it off. When you've got paths leading, it really does, it brings it to life, and it makes it more realistic. You know, you can walk around. He's got it coming down by the olive trees there and walking down towards the mine. He's got it coming down towards the goats. Probably wants just join in there, you know, along a bit, and then joining onto this path. But other than that, spot on. Really, really good. More animals there. He's got the helper there, look. Hello. He's looking, wandering around, look. Following the path. Oh, he's walked through the flowers, look. Excuse me. Ricky will not be happy with you walking on his flowers. Yeah, you can go and hide behind the trees. I don't know. Bit of colour there in between the chickens and that. Breaks it up a little bit. That's quite nice. Now, what I do like is this area here. Now, he's got like a little maze effect. It's not a maze, but he's got it in such a way that it grabs you. When you look at it, it makes you think, wow, look at that. It's where the horses can go, over the jumps and all the way around. You've got the stands there that people can sit and watch. And he's broke everything up individually as you look at it. You've got the where you do the horseshoes. He's got the nice little horse cart there. It's really, really good how he's done it. And like I said, Ricky's got quite a good eye for design. You know, he's some of the designs that I've seen him do, you know, through the years are really, really good. You know, it's really effective. And, you know, designing, you can just put something down and move it here and move it there. And before you know it, you've got a beautiful design. You know, it's like you say, just even just adding a couple of things like the push bikes there, you know, where people have gone in, left their push bikes there to go in and sit down and watch a horse jump in. Really, really nice. Little stable area there, and the guitar bench. And I want that little trough there where they can go and have a drink. A chicken popping his head out the hay, look. Oh, just as I say, he disappears. There he is. Oh, there's what's his name's wife there, look. She's walking around now. He's got his birdhouse with his wonder tree. That's quite nice. Nice array of colour. And you can see as he's got the trees and the water all around it. Look, you see, and he sat that feature in the middle. It really stands out. Very, very nice. And then he's got a lovely seated area there, look, with his tea shop. Plenty of places to go and sit in amongst the trees and look at the wonder tree. Really, really nice. He's got his barn and his silo tucked up against the cliffside there. Some more water, some paths. Now he's done, you can see what he's done here. He's done like a not a cottage garden, but he's used a lot of trees and a lot of colour to give that beautiful effect that you can walk down. You can imagine walking down through those gardens there and smelling the flowers. Just the aroma of all those flowers and trees and blossom and everything. It's so, so nice. You know, he's got his hedging around. And what I like as well, he's got a lot of fruit trees and fruit bushes. And what he's done is he's incorporated them all together, put bits of path in between. And you can just imagine walking through those trees and going up the footpaths and that in amongst all the different fruit trees. It's really, really pretty. Got a dead tree there, look. Oh dear. And another one. Perhaps he's keeping that for revives, look. Any events that are coming up. But yeah, beautiful. And like I said, I've never been a fan of lots and lots of fruit trees everywhere, but if you can place them right and put bits of path and water and rocks all in between, it can look stunning with all those colours. I mean, that really is nice. What's he done over the road here? Obviously, he's got to get rid of more of this land. Again, you see, he's got lots and lots of trees, all fruit trees and banana trees. There's a crate there. Are we going to win? No. Cheers, mate. And again, he's just added path in between, so it just gives it that little bit, rather than just loads of trees everywhere and looks boring. Just by adding those little bits of muddy path in between, just tiny pieces like this, just gives it that little bit of, it looks active. It looks as though people have been walking and picking fruit all in amongst the trees. Really nice. Again, you can't really do a lot with the machines, you know, put some trees around. Some people cover them up completely, but again, he's just added path, so again it looks active, looks as though people are walking around the machines to collect all the produce. More trees in between just gives it that little bit of body. Really nice. He's got an area here. He might have a design in mind there, or he's just left that for just an open area. But certainly all the machines are all around, all the paths and that in between. Very, very nice. So all in all, the farm area, we've had a little look across it all, and very, very nice. Really, really well displayed, and you know, and like I said to all my viewers, if you see any designs or anything that you like, get a screenshot, and I'm sure Ricky won't mind you putting some of his designs on your farms or something similar. It just gives you a little of an idea with the reviews. Just gives all you viewers just a little, you know, an outset and what you can possibly achieve when you start doing this, you know, doing these designs. Okay, let's go down and we will have a look at what he's done. Let's start with the beach. So the beach there, he's got the lighthouse on the corner. That's a lovely little feature there. He got his little shipwreck and his little boat hut, the buckets and spades and that at the front. Really looks welcoming to get on that beach. That little area there, it's sort of blocked off. Oh, I can see there. Yeah, he's used the fenced area to for the surfing area. So he's got his own little surfing area. Look, then you can walk down through there and then into the sea. Has he got a crate on there? No. And then in this area here, that's quite nice. He's got a hammock swinging from the trees. Really nice. I wouldn't mind that. That's quite nice. And again, more trees, palm trees, and that just gives it that little tropical feeling just on the end there with the swing. You can just imagine there, just lying on there with your pina colada or Diet Coke. Just lying there and looking out to sea. Really, really nice. What's he got there? Oh, a little pig on a surfboard, look. All imagination. You do these designs and you've got little pieces that you've got and you can put on there. And when you start adding them all, it really comes together. So the beach, really nice. Okay, so in the stream he did this design for his town. Now, as you can see, he's spaced it out really, really well. He's got a few features going on there. He's got a little park area in the middle of there. If I was to say anything about that park area there, probably one or two benches too many. Just a little bit too much going on in the middle there with the benches. Still nice. Obviously, it's a park bench area, so you got the gateway there that you come through and you can go and sit down. Probably a few slabs in between just to blend it a little bit more. Because when I look at that, I sort of look at it and think it looks a little bit like a clock face, you know, with where the benches are, the numbers. I don't know. It's personal choice. I mean, you can't fault it really. I mean, it's just beautiful. I mean, he's got the path pieces all the way through, the little lamps there. It's the thought that goes into it, all the little knickknacks that get put down. And when you zoom in and you can see, you know, what work's actually gone into it. That's quite nice, that rock there. Yeah, I'd say that, yeah, just that middle piece needs changing, if that was me personally. And there's the lake. There's the little duck lake. He's got the steps going up to it so you can walk over. And he's got a little bench there, and he's got the fish there with a tree cover there, so it looks as though the water's going into that little pond. That's clever. Really, really good. Wisteria tree there hanging over that one. That's one of the original ponds. And then, like I say, you've got the water coming out of the rabbit there and making its way down. So if you want the effect that you want that water to trickle down into this little lake area, you just want to put a few trees just to cover in between the areas, in between the ponds, so that it links them all up, and then it all just drifts down into this pond. That's lovely. And I love that little Jono, my mate, got that. I missed out on that. It's a beautiful design. There's the bulrush on the corner, you see, and I enhanced mine with the extra one and joined it to the lake. That's pretty as well, look. You've got the little pink trees going over the guest house, the little seated area, and the little lights. It's beautiful. Really, really nice. And then we move on down more paths. You've got the tree swing there outside the burger van, or the camper van, whatever you call it. Really nice, isn't it? Really nice. And he's got that row of benches there. Now that's quite nice, because obviously all the town visitors can sit along there and get their sandwiches and look out across this area. Oh, he's done a nice job there, but we'll get to that in just a second. Probably wants a little bit more within this garden area here. Some slabs probably leading from the cinema and then back up through. Now, he did mention in his stream that he was really happy that all the town people were walking on the paths. Now, they will walk on the paths all the time, providing they're linked and there's no obstacles. Now, obviously, you won't get any town visitors go into this area here unless there's a path going into that area. So you could sort of make that path go up to the table, along, and then in, leading up to the tables, and then they will go. They won't go under that arch. That would be a block. So even though the arch looks nice there, they won't walk under that arch. So if you blocked it all the way around, you won't get any visitors in there. So if you move this table here, say, and put the path and wiggled it all up into this area here, all the visitors then will walk in that park area. Beautiful little feature there. I don't know what animal you get that with. I think it might be the cheetah. So again, very, very nice. Now we come into the sanctuary. He's got the slabs on the edge there, which is quite nice, which contrast these slabs, even though they're not the same, but it just contrasts either side, which is really, really nice. Now what I've noticed here is the paths are not linked, and what you will find is, I don't know, let's just watch this elephant. Now the chances are he's going to walk through everything. See, he is following that bit of path, but when he runs out of path, he's going to walk through everything. He's just going to trape. See that giraffe walking straight through the grass? Let's see if we can find another animal that's walking straight through everything. Because why they do it is because if they haven't got an area around their pen to feed, they will walk through everything. See that hippo, look, he's just walked through there. Giraffe, look, straight through. He's going through the fence. He's going straight through the rock. See that giraffe, look, straight through the pen. And that's purely because when you place them out, see this giraffe pen, because that giraffe can't get to his feeding pen because there's a grass and a shrub out the front. They can't get to it. See that? See, he's walking through everything. So when you place everything out, make sure that you've got a piece of path around each house. And then those pieces of path, make sure that you join them up and make a solid path all the way through the whole of the design, coming from each one. And that way then, they will stick to the path. They won't walk through anything. They will stick to the path all the time. Because there's nothing more annoying than seeing your elephant walking straight through this seated area. He's got a seated area there in the middle of the hippos and the elephants. So imagine they're sat there having a cup of tea and a piece of cake, and then he walks like that straight through. I can't finish me cake or me tea because I've been crushed by a hippo. There he goes, look. And they're just walking through everything. Look, see through the rock. They're just stomping on everything. Look, walking straight through. So, mate, if you watch this, make sure that you each animal pen that you've got, make sure that there's a path going or stepping stones around so they can get to their feeders. And then once you join the paths, and all the paths are joined up, so you've got them broken there, look, you see. Once you've got those paths joined up, they will stick to the path every time. They will not walk through everything. But certainly the things that you've got in there and the little ideas that you've got, really, really good. Another seated area there, look. Oh my God, you're by the griller house. I don't think I'd want to sit there and have a cup of tea with a griller sat watching me. There's the reindeers, look. And then he's got his tundra area. He's done the heyday letters on there. For those of you who got the heyday letters, I know Jono's got it on his design. I missed out on those letters because they're quite good, quite cute on that front edge. You've got a lot of things going on down here. I like that. Look at that. That's really nice. With all the snow on it. Look, it's like a little winter wonderland there. That's just a nice picture on its own. Look. You've got a little bridge going over there. That's nice. Oh, I wish I had that design there. I could incorporate that bridge. Mate, very impressed. Really, really good. Just join up those paths and make sure that you've got enough area around every pen. A bit like you've got there, look. Like around that seated area. Now, if you've done that around the front of each pen so the animals can feed, they will follow the path. So join up the paths, get all the paths going right the way through, making sure that you don't do the path and it stops at a rock, because they will walk straight through the rock. And if they can't walk on the path, they will walk through everything. So just remember, when you're doing all your pathing, all your viewers, making sure that you've got paths leading to everywhere, and they will follow the path everywhere. Well, I think a couple of little things there that I have picked up on. So if I was to rate that, I'd rate that a good 9 out of 10, because that's really, really good. The thought and everything that he's put into it, really good. That 1%, just a couple of little changes with the paths where the animals, need to be, so they don't walk through everything. And this little table area, you want the visitors to walk in the middle. But other than that, yeah, a good 9 out of 10, mate. Really, really impressed. So, yeah. So, as always, I'll let you have one last look over the farm, because it has been enjoyable looking over this farm. He does work really hard. I know he's busy as a teacher and doing his streams and his premieres, and he does his other games as well. So you know, he's not as full at it as what I am with the designing and everything, but certainly from what I can see, he has done a really, really good job. I mean, he does clear it now and again and do different designs like I do, but certainly from what I can see there, really, really good. So I will leave you now. As always, we'll have a little bit of a chill out session with some music, and we can go over and look at what he's done over the farm and the beach and the tundra and the sanctuary and the town. And yeah, so just enjoy, and we'll see you very shortly back on my farm after you've had one final viewing. So enjoy. Here we are again, back at Scatterbrook Farm. So I hope you enjoyed that video. What a lovely, lovely array of designs, colour, and lots of ideas for all you viewers. So that was AKA Red Knight. If you want to go along and watch his live stream, don't forget to subscribe to his channel. He's a really, really nice guy, really helpful in all his streams. And yeah, as you can see, he's really worked hard and come up with a beautiful farm, sanctuary, tundra, beach, got the whole lot. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget not only to subscribe to his channel, subscribe to my channel, pass on the videos with all your friends, and we will see you very soon. Oh, I did forget, I managed to win this. I got it in the end, the jockey silks. So I put that in my horse jump arena. Yeah, so I managed to get it in the end. So that's it. So for myself, Scatterbrook Farm, Molly Mop, take good care of yourselves. Don't forget, put in the comments if you need any help with any designs. And if you want to be on my friends bar, I'll quickly put this up. No, I don't want to put that up, that's boosters. There's my tag. So if any of you, if you want me to review your farm or any help, to give you any ideas, put in my tag. I'll add you as a friend. Make sure that if you want me to review your farm, put in your farm name and your farm number, and we can crack on with that and help you out. So that's it, another video by Scatterbrook Farm Garden Designs. Take good care of yourselves. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and we will see you very soon. Cheerio.